Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Today we're asking, how do others see you? Now, I want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. It all matters, and I'm really grateful. I am doing two free readings as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So make sure you're subscribed and you comment and you're in the running. Now, pile number 1 is the Ace of Cups. Pile number 2, 6 of Wands. Pile number 3, the 6 of Swords, and pile number 4 is the Fool. Just take a moment, choose the one that's right for you, and we will move on to our gorgeous pile number 1s. Pile number 1, my gorgeous Ace of Cups. How are you beautiful, wonderful people doing today? So, how do others see you? Well, with the Ace of Cups, people see you as somebody who's overflowing with emotion. With the Devil card, I'll get some clarity. I want to grab a few cards first. So, you've dealt with some serious energies. So let's see, Devil card. Please clarify the 3 of Cups. The 8 of Pentacles. So people have seen people really want you to have a new wonderful beginning because they realize that you've really worked hard to end things that didn't serve you. Especially anything that, you know, any attachment you had that was unhealthy. Now, I feel like some of you could have had a harmful past relationship. But people have seen that, you know, people are all about you having your new beginning because people know that you worked so hard to end any negative past cycles. And you were dealing with a lot of negativity. Some of you were dealing with some of you might have been dealing with, you know, possible third-party situations. It's possible that some of you may have had to overcome, like some of you just had to overcome a relationship that wasn't good for you. Some of you had to overcome behaviors that weren't good for you. Possible dependencies. But with the 3 of Cups, I feel like something, you know, I feel like things weren't being taken seriously. And that's one of the reasons why it was such a work for you to end something. With the 8 of Wands. But yeah, you're really willing to actively just move away from the things. Anything that doesn't serve you, you're definitely willing to do the work to cut that out so that you can have, you know, that you can really win. So people see you as somebody who has overcome difficulties and has done it well. They see you as somebody that is moving with the momentum of the universe. Like you're letting, you worked very hard to get where you are, but It's like things are starting to smooth out for you. With the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like your abundance, like people see that you've become really abundant and stable. You know, whether you had to let somebody go or let something or behavior go, people see you as somebody who is stable. You're taking your agency to move forward. With the Seven of Pentacles, you may be... Sorry, if you heard my neighbors, you might have. But with the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, I feel like you were trying to make things work for a long time, and people see you as getting the success that you worked for. How do others see you, pile one? With the Five of Pentacles, I mean, I know I'm not getting that they currently see you in this energy, but a lot of you really did deal with a severe loss. Four of Pentacles. And that severe loss might have been caused by, you know, some kind of mistreatment, some kind of like not being given to fairly. Some people may have seen you not receive like your equal fair shares, you know, like you may have been in some kind of situation where you know, you were treated like you could do nothing right. But ultimately they know that you've gone from this lack that seems to be caused by, you know, people specifically disadvantaging you, into coming into your power. You had something that you were really building for a long time, and you're really coming into fruition. I think a lot of you, like, people see you as somebody like that you are a good friend. You are somebody that people want to help, people want to be around. And they see you as somebody who spent a while really working towards getting their balance. But the balance is here for you. That the scales have balanced out. Or at least that's what people see. And the Chariot comes out for a second time. And because of this balance, I feel like that there's been some internal balance that has kind of been, because you did this internal balance, you know, a lot of external things have balanced for you. And because of that, you've really been able to, I heard, ride the momentum of the universe. Like how do people see pile number one? Mirrored souls. All right. People see themselves in you. I mean, some of you could have some kind of soulmate situation, but what I'm getting is how other people, when they see you, they see a friend. When they see you, they see themselves. With the pyramid, you know, you've really gone a long distance into making yourself the highest and best version of yourself. And people really feel at home with you and really appreciate you. And I feel like you're really letting your heart be your guide. So I picked up the door, and the door is about transitions, and I had 2 different attachments on there. One is kind of a faulty attachment, and one is something much more secure. So I feel like you may have moved from, something, from situations and people that, that there was something wrong in, to something that is just a better connection. Believe. So I get that people really believe in you. I think because they've seen you go from having very little, they've seen you like overcome, difficulty and unfair treatment. And they've seen you balance that out and be the person who's very steady. People can acknowledge, like, obviously you have a strong drive within you. With the Chariot coming in twice, like people, and I feel like warm throughout my entire body. So I feel like you do have a lot of fire in yourself. And because of that, you're able to make this much growth and action. I feel like people see you as somebody that puts time and attention into their loving connections. And they see you as somebody, I feel like a lot of people have had to see you in a new way. Because a lot of the time, some people were introduced to you when you were suffering, and you were experiencing a lot of difficulty. But people see that this is not, that difficulty wasn't who you are. So people, like, with the World and the Ace of Cups, people want a brand new emotional beginning for you. Some of them want it with you. Some of them want it for you, because people really see themselves in you. People see your journey, and it feels like you're sharing the same heart. So your journey actually touches other people. And even though you did deal with, things that were unhealthy, you've ultimately gained a greater amount of peace. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So make sure you are subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for it. I also want to say thank you to everybody who likes, shares, subscribes, comments. It all matters, and I'm very grateful. So we're moving on to our gorgeous pile number 6s. Hello, my gorgeous pile 6s. How do others see you? Well, with the 6 of Wands, the most obvious is that people admire you. I've got the 2 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups. Should I take that one too? No. The 2 of Wands. And the 7 of Swords. So with this combination, I'm going to clarify it by the Seven of Swords first. So Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups. So with the Seven of Swords, do people feel like you have been dishonest? Do people realize that you've dealt with dishonesty? Do people feel like you run away from your problems? All right, some people feel like you run away from your problems and you don't take it as seriously as you should. You know, obviously, if any pile doesn't seem like you, feel free to check out another one. With the Two of Wands, the Six of Cups. I feel like people want you to make a decision, and maybe make a decision regarding a long-term friendship, maybe make a decision regarding a love interest, because there is, pardon me, because there is this aspect of not choosing. And because of that, people may see you as careless, and they may see you as somebody who's, you know, just trying to avoid. So with the Four of Wands, please clarify. And I'm sorry, not the Four of Wands. So the Six of Wands came up again. People feel like, okay, some people are frustrated with you, but some people really want you to take action because they feel like you have all this potential to have all these wins, but you need to be able to stick things out when things are tough. You need to make the decision to nurture good relationships in your life. And you need to make a decision in order to get your victory. So with the Two of Pentacles, please clarify the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. So somebody really wants you to balance things out, so that there can be, is it a new beginning? I feel like there's somebody in your life who really wants you to balance things out and make an offer. Again, this is, not something, this is your own free will, so you don't need to make any decisions, but there is somebody who wants you to make up your mind. I feel like this person has offered you, love or care and affection in the past. And again, like, just because somebody else loves you doesn't mean that you need to do things, but at least you're perceived by this person as somebody that doesn't stick around when they're needed. And that doesn't make a decision on having new beginnings. So they still admire you. It's just they're very frustrated with you. They want to start something with you because they see you as being with you as ultimate happiness. And they would like you to, also reciprocate in the relationship. They'd want there to be balance so that things can work out between the two of you. Again, whether or not you decide that this is what you want, that's on you. But there are definitely people in your life that are very frustrated with your inaction. And there's one in particular that, you know, sees themselves as, you know, the person for you. Like they see, like with the Six of Cups, the Lovers, like they want a happy ending with you. They want to, like, have, I think that they really want you to take agency and action, because I feel like for most of them, that's how they want you to. They want you to also want this. They want you to make the decision so that a whole new cycle can begin. They're kind of waiting on you to take action on it. They at least feel that you both love each other. But with the Two of Wands coming out for the third time, this decision is just, it's a big deal. And as the, you know, if, you know, clearly they can't have a relationship with you, have true love with you, if you're not along for the ride. I don't think that they're trying to, but they see you as everything that they want, except for decisive. Of course, the Two of Swords came out again. Are they starting to feel mentally conflicted by... I feel like they just feel that you're so unable to make a decision, and like and at the same time, like everything feels really clear to them. You bring them a lot of happiness. Like they, you know, they see you as the only person for them. And they really want to move forward with you. But they know that you need to, you know, actually make the decision to move forward. Like if you never make that decision, then, you know, then you never make the decision. Well, I feel like 444 is on the clock, so some of you, 4 is a very significant number. This person, I feel like they're trying to see you with compassion because they realize that you get, you know, you essentially get to choose who and what you want in your life. And they do respect that with all these decision cards, even though they're very frustrated that you don't seem to want to choose, they do acknowledge that it's your right to choose. Like, it's your right to make that decision. They do wish that you would consider... they do wish that you would show more compassion towards them. Because they do acknowledge that, you know, you don't have to feel the same way. But they feel like, you know, you're not treating them as fairly as you could. Because you can't make this decision and aren't balancing, and like, but they ultimately, they see you as they almost can't see anybody else. Like they're very much in love with you. And I feel like, yes, this has become a love reading, but sorry. But apparently how this one person feels about you is very strong. So like, I mean, while it could be platonic love, I think with the lovers, most of the people in this pile, it is romantic. And you just have somebody like, so like, so they're super frustrated, but they do, just because they see, happiness and the long term with you, and they want you to be somebody who will take ownership and action. They do realize that you get to make your decisions. But if you're not aware, you are causing a lot of heartbreak, with your lack of choice. This person is definitely trying to see you with compassion, and they definitely have a lot of love for you, but they are experiencing a lot of heartbreak because of this. They want a transition in this connection. Because ultimately, for them, this connection is not working. And I feel like they really see you as their home. But from you, whatever your actual feelings are, like they're feeling, coldness, so with don't panic, well, I feel like that they're trying not to panic, even though, a lot of their feelings feel very unrequited. They also don't want you to panic, because they think that sometimes you exhibit these behaviors because of that. But this person really does appreciate you. They do see you as somebody that, like, for you, for them, you're above everybody else. And they just can't help but feel entranced by you. With the Athena and the owl, I think that they're just trying to be wise. I think they feel like, that they just, they're trying to make the best decisions they have with the information that they have. But what they feel like is that you truly haven't made a decision. So with the soft heart like this, so I mean, there's somebody, and they, you know, they have amazingly soft feelings for you. They are very much in love with you. They acknowledge that they feel like on some level that it's reciprocated, while at the same time they feel like your actions, well, are you taking action? Because some of you might be doing some action. Some of you, you know, you left, and, you know, they're trying to, they still feel this connection. They still want something for you. They just want you to really make up your mind so that you can move forward on things, so that you aren't letting things block the connection with them. And that, of course, that's just how they feel. But they feel so strongly, they're pretty much drowning out everybody else. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm going to give away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure you're subscribed and you comment and you're in the running. I also want to thank everybody for liking, sharing, subscribing, those who are booking readings. It all matters, and I'm really grateful. So let's move on to our gorgeous, don't worry, I don't really do reversals. So our 6 of Swords, 32. My gorgeous 6 of Swords, people. How do others see you? 6 of Swords. Feel like I'm going to get a few more cards, but I feel like you're moving forward away from emotional immaturity. That you're really, you're done with situations where things are one-sided, where somebody's really just taking care of themselves. And this happens to cause a pretty serious change for you. But you are taking your agency and moving forward. Some of you may have, some of you are moving away from people who, you know, were only taking care of themselves, to move on to situations that are mutual, while others of you are actually going and walking and moving away from a relationship to do your own nurture. Like, give yourself, be the person who fills your own cup. So with the 8 of Swords, people feel like that you felt stuck. But with the Ace of Swords coming out right after that, I feel like they realize that you're finally getting clarity. And I feel like you're making a decision to take action. And I feel like that action is going to be towards something that is emotionally fulfilling. And it is something that that's a little bit new to you. I feel like you've dealt with a lot of strife. And I feel like it may be hard for you to be in the emotional realm. Like, but that was the Page of Cups came out twice. Knight of Pentacles. I'm getting that with that decision to move forward, you're, you know, slowly but surely taking action towards what you want. You're being strategic because you really dealt with some difficulty and had a really rough ending where, you know, there was a lot of strife, and that did make you feel trapped. But I feel like it's your time for victory. That these situations are over for you. You're really willing to move on. What couldn't stand fell. And they're really over and done. So if you need to know that they're really over and done, they are really over and done. And you're going to bring in things and situations that give you integrity, honesty. Like I know that this must have been very difficult, but you're moving at a faster rate. Like it's towards wish fulfillment. It's just you needed, and it ends with, it starts with the Six of Swords and ends with the Six of Swords, because you're really moving forward into calmer waters. So yes, you dealt with some real difficulty. People acknowledge that you dealt with real difficulty, but like they see that, you know, that difficulty is ending for you, that you're rapidly moving towards, you know, joy and happiness. Partially, especially for those that you're filling your own cup. Like for some of you, but no matter what, you're not putting up with you know, you're not staying in the strife and the struggle. Some of you are just having to accept a loss, but knowing that things will get better for you, because people see things already getting better for you, that you did need to leave behind something. But people feel like what you left behind, leaving what you left behind is a cause for celebration. Yeah, that this seed that you planted, that you're watering is growing, that it's like, even though the star didn't come out, I feel like, yeah, you're still dealing with, you know, this moving on from this really difficult and painful thing, but you're doing it well. I feel like there was maybe somebody who was very cold-hearted, and some of you, this is a love situation. Some of you, you know, no matter what, whether it was business, as some of you, this was business or a job, like you were dealing with somebody who was really cold-hearted, really, you know, not looking out for your best interest. And this did cause a lot of pain for you. But again, it's really ended, and you're moving on to new and better cycles with the World, like the Death card. Like Spirit wants you to know that whatever needed to end so that things could get better, they ended. But also people can see that, you know, that you ending that part, you really being willing to move on. They see all this abundance and happiness for you. They see you growing, and becoming, the best version of yourself. They also really see you with the Mars charm. They see you taking action. They see you taking agency. They see you really not willing to stick around for things that aren't worthy of you. And they see you having a rebirth in your life. That this ending that happened because it just couldn't stay anymore. They see you as, you know, having the wisdom to make your new life. With the peacock, I feel like for some of you, like there's some kind of protection. Like, I mean, obviously, like people do think that you're, you know, attractive. They might even think that you're a little fancy. But, you know, but I feel like that there might be a whole nother level is kind of like, and I don't usually get this as a protection term, but I feel like maybe people are trying to protect you. Don't panic. I think that people have seen, you know, how big this situation is. And I think that they admire that you are taking fast action towards your happiness and away from anything that isn't worth your time, so that you can have, like, plant these seeds for celebration. So people are really impressed that you haven't panicked, that you've kept a cool head. With the martini glass, this could be again with celebration. I feel like people feel like that you took whatever fell apart in your life and used it for your benefit, which is why you have this ability to celebrate. People have also acknowledged how strong you are. Like, people feel that you are very strong. I think that a lot of people, until they saw what you overcame, I think that they really didn't really have any idea how strong you were. I think some of you didn't have any idea how strong you were until you overcame this. But yeah, just know that it's really over. It's really done. That you're going to have situations of people who are really going to reciprocate for you and to you. And that there's a lot of cause for celebration in your life, even though, you know, you've dealt with a lot of fairly extreme energy, you know. And, you know, it's understandable to not be 100% okay, but you've impressed everybody in your life with how well you have dealt with things. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure you're subscribed and you comment, and then you're in the running. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. It really matters, and I'm very appreciative. So now for the Fool. Hello, my beautiful fools. I won't lie, I kind of just wanted to say that to you. Oh. Fool is about fresh start, new beginning. Ooh. The Fool being the 0 card where everything is possible. The Magician being the first, the number 1 card, which is really about taking, manifesting. People see you as a manifestation machine. So with the King of Swords, are you the King of Swords? Is there a King of Swords in your life? I'm going to get a little bit more clarity on the King of Swords, but I will say this. People see you as somebody who, you know, you're willing to take action. You set intentions. You're willing to fill up your cup. You're willing to. The Nine of Swords. Do you have some anxiety? Is this somebody that used to be in your life? I feel like that there was somebody in your life that used to cause you a great deal of anxiety. But that you're willing to move on from that. Because once the Fool comes, they're dropping this. So I feel like there might have been a long time where you let somebody deeply affect you, but you're moving on to building something you really want to. You're moving forward. You're doing it with bravery, and you're doing it with, you know, a plan. Again, you're doing it with a plan. So you have some plan, you have some enthusiasm. Some people in your life just see you as kind of magical. With the Queen of Pentacles, are you the Queen? So you're really moving towards your own stability, and you are just done with any situation that does not serve you. You're just going to move forward with your enthusiasm, with your new eyes, and you're going to, but like you're really making a lot of things happen. I feel like you did have to walk away from something because you had a tower moment with something that you could not continue to maintain. I feel like it was with this King of Swords. I don't know if this person was very cold. Was this person just not a good match? Was this person not for you? I feel like there was this person, and, you know, there was never any balance in the situation. And because there was never any balance, everything fell. But it doesn't feel like you're stuck at all. It feels like you hit the ground running, actually. And then right after the tower is the star. And the star being healing. And I feel like you had something fall apart, and it was kind of a relief. Yeah. So, like, people see you as like, sure, I'll start a whole new life. And you do. And you do it really well. You're with the Two of Swords. Do the people see you as mentally conflicted? Because that's not what I'm getting. Mentally conflicted, closing off your heart. I feel like there are other people, and maybe this person who doesn't even know how to feel or how to think about you moving on so, you know, so fast. Like, it may not be fast, but like you're not moping. You're just taking action. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like you've set clear boundaries about who and what you're allowing in your life. And I feel like that, I don't know, Did they think that you'd spend a long time like waiting for them? I don't know, because it might not even be a relationship. Yeah, I feel like it might not be a like. It's like this tower kind of just cleared away the things that were in your way. So even though it kind of looked like misfortune, it you know, you seem to be, you know, and people are a little confused because you're like, okay, we're moving on. You're I feel like some of you already knew the tower was going to fall. Some of you already had a plan. And you're really just in your strength and courage. So some people, you know, you're definitely not acting like anybody would have expected. So people do feel that you might be a little bit unpredictable, but they also feel like whatever loss that you received, that, you know, it was almost immediately your gain. So I heard Teflon, I heard bulletproof, you know, like people. So some of you you're manifesting a Two of Cups, some situation where your love is truly reciprocated. If it's business, you know, where you know, you're finding some place where you meet the needs of the business and the business meets your needs, or some kind of partnership. With the Hermit, feel like people are really realizing that you've spent a lot of time thinking about what you want and what you need, and that you're putting the work and action towards it. So people see an emotional new beginning for you. Like people, yeah. It's like whatever your tragedy was, you were kind of already ready. You kind of already maybe knew it was going to fall, and you already had a plan. So with the Queen of Cups and the New Cup, you know, yeah, you're people see you as somebody who's loving, kind. They see you as like strangely unscathed by what happened. They see you as like bringing in love and happiness that you deserve, you know, through your own hard work and through the knowledge, your own internal wisdom and knowledge. Some of you, this tower might not have been an event. Well, maybe this event, it could have been an event, but it brought up your shadow self. It brought up things that you needed to go inside and really examine. But you did it in such a systematic way that it's just... And I think that you just kept at it with, you know, a lot of patience. And now people, as I drop the whole deck, and then I'm going to take this one because it flipped over. Walk your truth. I feel like you're... Part of the reasons why you were able to, you know, move straight from zero to manifestation into, you know, wish fulfillment is that you learning and balancing your shadow side with your higher self really giving that part of you nurture and love, has helped you walk your truth. And I feel like you're definitely, I feel like this is a little bit of a, psychic pile, but with the cold heart, I feel like it wasn't a surprise to you that you already knew. And that while it has caused you heartbreak, even that heartbreak helped you become more whole and healthy. And of course, the star comes out again. So I feel like whatever event that caused this, you actually, you received more than you lost. And you also demonstrated your power. And your strength. Yeah, you really demonstrated your power and your strength. I just, like, people see you as incredibly, I want to say versatile, but it's not just versatile. I feel like that's for some of you, that's why it wouldn't get off the top of my head, but like people see you as very resilient. And with the speak from your heart, like I think a lot of you were kind of set free to be able to express from your heart. And that ultimately everything that caused, every twist and turn, everything, that ultimately it just made your heart more beautiful. So people see you as somebody with this beautiful heart that's overwhelmingly caring. They see that you've put in so much work, that you are somebody who's authentic, that is walking their truth, that is able to start from zero and do it with style. And like I feel like you definitely are aware that you can manifest things, that you haven't, I feel like part of your power was accepting that loss as something that wasn't for you, and then moving on towards what would make you really happy. So people see you as resilient, as amazing, a little bit of a miracle worker. And they see that even when bad things happen to you, you come out on top because you're willing to put the work towards it. You're willing to manifest towards it. It's like you have the whole toolbox and you put everything in it. And I also feel like you don't really spend all your time thinking about the loss so much as thinking about what you really want. And because of that, you are getting a lot of what you really want, even though you did have this significant thing happen. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure you're subscribed and you comment. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. It all matters, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.